We on, we on, we on, we on. I'm about to catch some stupid shit real quick, cause a lot of dumb shit, you heard? Like stupid shit like this.
Are you listening?
Yeah.
Good. Let me tell you a story.
My name is Logan Paul, and I think I'm coming out of the flat earth closet.
We don't have toilet water flying up.
You heard what this stupid fuck just said? He's coming out of the flat earth closet. I'm done with the video already because he's fucking stupid. Look, 20 million subscribers. He's dumb, y'all. He has no brain in his head. Fucking Illuminati dumbass puppet. This is the shit y'all like. And he promotes fucking flat earth shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to confuse. There is no earth. There is no earth. Y'all need to watch niggas like Infinite Waters. And that nigga Helpful Earth, he fake as fuck. He thought he was gonna get famous because Infinite Waters, he was trying to be Infinite Waters' friend. Nigga, Infinite Waters don't want to be your friend. Nigga, Infinite Waters doing big fucking things. He draining YouTube. He has something on here about Infinite Waters. You better hope I don't find it. Talking shit about my boy. While you lost in the Matrix with aliens and shit on your page. Look at you. Look at you. Lost. Devil puppet. Don't use 1111. Nigga, you ain't no angel right now. Did you stop eating meat? I don't see no vegan videos on here. Nigga, you ain't doing nothing nobody else doing. How to learn magic. That's probably the only thing he probably know. Because everybody know magic. That's easy. That's dumb shit. That's dumb shit. You talking about Christ? Jesus Christ was a magic superstar. Okay. Oh man, I would heat that video up. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck about free promotion, nigga. I heat niggas up. So watch this. The type of videos we're gonna go through today. I'm telling y'all. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Even the devil himself was an angel. The devil was an angel, y'all. He was. And he's not real. This is what I'm saying. So understand, all these people, this nigga's here trying to scare y'all. See, he got his chat with Infinite Waters a year ago. He only got 300 views on that because Infinite Waters don't play. That nigga puts out a video. He put out 2 videos every day. A short one, 3, 4, 5 minute one, 3 to 7 minute one, and then he'll do 25 to 30 minute one. And he does that every day, at least 3 times a week. I'm not on his schedule, so I don't know, but this guy got a lot of videos, and YouTube must be capping his shit. But you know what I'm trying to tell y'all. Understand what's going on. Alright? Cause the shit is crazy right now. Let's hit the we're gonna show y'all what they doing to the water because you know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't seem to understand all this good shit for y'all. I was going to erase this playlist, but God told me if I erase it, I'm going to feel bad. So I'm going to start it off with this.
When you think about it, water is pretty amazing. It falls from the skies and flows through our taps in an endless water cycle that lets us reuse the same water over and over again. And from sky to tap, it all begins with a single drop. It's Welsh Water's responsibility to keep 3 million people healthy every day with safe and reliable water.
That's what I'm saying, see? This video is fucking lying again. None of the water, if you still drinking out the sink in 2020, you don't have no soul. You basically, you're done. I don't really think, I honestly, I'm the type of person, I take water so seriously that I think if you've been drinking sink water all your life, you have damaged your body to the point where it's nothing you could do about it. You damaged it because y'all don't understand what's actually in the water. The water has
We draw water from our rivers
everything that's bad in it. All they do is basically turn it back clear. They don't really clean it. The stuff that they do with it is worse than just letting it go out into the sea. If they was just putting all the piss and stuff out into the sea, it would be cleaner than it is after they do with it. Because what they do with it, they add shit in it that will kill you.
and reservoirs before cleaning it and supplying it to millions of homes and businesses throughout Wales. But have you ever wondered how clean drinking water reaches the tap? To make sure it's safe for us to drink,
That water that you see right there is cleaner than the water that come out the sink.
we need to clean 800 million litres of water every single day. And it all happens in our water treatment works. The first part of the process is called screening.
It's all dirty. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't give a fuck if it got cleaned. If it ain't fresh island neutral water, then it ain't good.
Where we remove large debris like leaves, sticks and bits of plastic. Then the water moves to the next stage, which is called clarification.
You heard that? So the first one, when they pull the water, they get the sticks and everything out of it. And now they're going through clarification stage. You get it? They didn't do anything.
Chemicals such as ferric or aluminium sulfate are added to the water.
All right, chemicals like that are added to the water. Did y'all hear that? That's what I'm saying. Listen to this shit when you're hearing it. You think they take the chemical? Do you think they put the chemicals in and then take them back out?
Sticks and bits of plastic. Then the water moves to the next stage, which is called clarification. Chemicals such as
That's what I'm saying. When you see that word clarification, go look that shit up.
ferric or aluminium sulfate are added to the water as well as pH correctant if needed, such as sulfuric acid.
You heard that? pH correctant if needed. They put pH in there. It's fake.
Or lime soda, which react with the impurities. When the water is stirred, the chemicals cause all the impurities to bind together to form thick clumps called.
Do you hear what they do? They put a chemical in it to clump all the bacteria together. So this is all happening in your water. You think they could take separate? No, they can't do that.
Flock. This makes it easier to remove them from the water. In some water treatment plants,
It's easy to take all the shit out and turn it clear. That's turning it. They do the same shit with apples.
the flock settles to the bottom, where we can take it away for further treatment. In plants like this one, we pass fine bubbles of air through the water. The air bubbles stick to the flock, making it float to the surface where it forms a thick crust. We can then scrape this crust off the surface of the water and take it away to be treated. Sometimes it's necessary to add chemicals such as caustic and lime soda, as well as sulfuric acid.
Now you see, that's what I'm saying. They said the other stage they was adding chemicals. So they're on another stage adding chemicals. What the fuck is the difference?
Adjust the pH of the water, which controls the level of acidity.
They adjusting the pH again, which controls the level of acidity. You know what I'm saying? It's alkaline or acid, basically.
In the water. The water now flows to the next stage of the cleaning process, which is called filtration.
You see that? Look that up. Filtration. Y'all got a fucking free dictionary in your iPhone. Just write the word, double tap the word, go over a little bit. It'll say look up that fucking word right there. That's all. They telling you what they doing.
Here we filter the water through a mixture of sand and gravel, which traps all the tiny impurities. When enough.
See, they use sand and gravel, so they imitate what the earth do. Why y'all don't just throw the shit out there in the earth? Y'all be more smart letting this shit just flow through a mountain and get clean.
Of these particles have been gathered, we clean the filter by forcing water or compressed air up through the filter bed.
That's what I'm saying. But y'all see all that, but look how nasty that shit look at the walls. Like, that mean all the water's gonna go right back through the same dirty shit. You think they actually bleach the walls and clean the walls after all of this shit? It's like it's sewer water.
To loosen the trapped dirt, which we can then take away to treat it. In some treatment works, such as upland reservoirs,
That's why I say you don't have no soul if you drinking it, because if you drinking this shit, you obviously are dead right now. Like if you drinking this, you don't even, oh man, you're damaged. You're done.
we might filter the water a second time to make it as clean as possible before it goes on to the final stage. This is called disinfection.
And that's when you pull out your iPhone and write that down.
Where we kill harmful bacteria and all other pathogens.
You see that shit? That's I mean, that's fake too. That's what they say bacteria look like, but that's not exactly what the fuck the shit look like. At the end of the day, you have those bacteria in everything. Water, vegan food. I don't give a fuck if it's a coconut. There's bacteria in that motherfucker.
That could
I don't give a fuck if it's a fresh coconut. And no planes ever flew over it, and nothing. It's bacteria in it, because that's what we are. That's what this earth is.
cause stomach upsets. We do this by adding chlorine to the water.
You're a plant. See, they adding chlorine to it. Chlorine. Why would you drink chlorine? Why? Do you go in the pool and drink that shit because it's blue?
Like in a swimming pool, just enough to make the water safe while still leaving it tasting fresh and good to drink. By now,
And then on this video, they show y'all, see, they try to show y'all a kid drinking it so y'all could think, oh, the baby could drink it. Oh, we could drink it. No, y'all listen, a baby is protected. See, that's what y'all don't understand. A baby has a different kind of aura. A baby could drink poison water, nigga, and they're gonna be good, because that's not something that's gonna harm them. Y'all, nigga, y'all pineal gland is harder than a rock because of this shit. Y'all gotta stop drinking that shit first before y'all can understand anything about spirituality, because you ain't gonna get past the Bible fucking with sink water.
the water is treated and cleaned and it's ready to flow through our 27,000
All right, it's filtered and clean and it's ready to flow through 20-something thousand. You know how much they can't clean that much bacteria. Come on.
kilometers of pipes to your homes and businesses. And just think, it all started with that single drop falling from the sky, helped along the way by our teams throughout the country.
Yeah, they say all of it started from that healthy drop that fell from the sky. That's a lie, because they'll take sewage water, clean it, and make y'all drink it. So I don't want to hear no more shit about this shit. The next one.
We each use around 150 litres of water every day.
Hold on. Is this the same fucking water thing? Is this the same? Wow, it's the same music.
Or the sea, where it can become a part of the natural water cycle again. We call this sludge. The cleaner water flows over the weirs of the tank and onto the next stage. The sludge at the bottom of the tank is scraped away and goes on for further treatment. In some treatment
Why y'all treating sludge? What the fuck?
works, we generate electricity from the sludge. We call this poo power. In other works, we process the sludge so that farmers can use it as a fertilizer. In the next
You heard what they do. So you heard what the cows eat, right? They eat what y'all shit out. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So even if the cow is on a farm, they feed it all the shit that come out the sewer. They feed them that on their grass,
stage,
and y'all eat it.
we treat the water biologically. We do this in
And y'all love it too. Y'all like it. Y'all like a big nice steak. And then they already abuse the shit.
2 different ways. In a biological filter, we spread the water over a deep bed of small stones.
See, they trying to make this one look good. Like the water is fancy. Like it's some Poland Spring. Like Poland Spring is bad water, y'all.
The spaces between the stones allows air to circulate through the filter bed. As the water seeps through, bacteria, fungi and other organisms feed on the organic matter in the wastewater, turning it into water, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. The second method is called the activated sludge process. Here we agitate the wastewater by pumping in lots of air. This keeps the bacteria supplied with oxygen and allows them to multiply. These bacteria
See, the last video was how they clean your drinking water. This is how they clean your wastewater. See what I'm saying? They clean y'all wastewater and y'all drink it right back up. That's all they do. They keep the waters within the cities. Y'all drinking the same water that y'all pissing out. Y'all drinking the shit. That's why I'm saying. That's why I like to get my shit from different countries and shit. Like I like to drink only fucking Fiji, and I'm about to get some Iceland water, but y'all gotta step it up.
Bacteria then feed on the organic material in the water. In the final part of the process, the wastewater flows into settling tanks where they used active.
Believe me, if they cleaning that much water, this ain't the spot where they cleaning it at, because this right here don't look like it's gonna be able to clean enough water fast enough. We use millions. Y'all never been in a big city like New York before.
Activated sludge settles,
You know how many apartments is in one building? You know how many people just go wash their hands for no reason?
leaving a clean, clear liquid. This water, or final effluent, is now clean enough for us to return it to rivers and the sea. Where it
See, they tell y'all that on this video after they clean the wastewater, they return it to the cities on the sea. Nah, they don't do that. Why would they put nasty water? That shit is still nasty water. I don't care if you turned it clear and you cleaned it. Like, it don't matter. Because when you boil water, it don't even get clean.
it joins the natural water cycle, so it can start its long journey all over again.
All right, so y'all basically swimming in your own piss and shit. Because if y'all go to the beach, they just dumping it right in the beach.
The course that MIT is offering with NASA, Boeing, and other partners.
It's a topic we'd rather not think
That's
about.
what I'm saying. And the first thing they show y'all on this one is a fucking toilet. You get what I'm saying? Like they just letting you know what it is for real. How do wastewater treatment plants work? I'm telling you, they being honest right here. They really telling y'all that it's just fucking toilet water. That's it.
It's a topic we'd rather not think about. Where does last night's dinner go?
This what I'm saying. Y'all leave y'all fucking toothbrushes and shit like that in the bathroom. That's what I'm saying. When the toilet flush, that's what goes on your toothbrush, toilet water. And when you dip it in the sink and wash it, y'all not supposed to brush y'all teeth in the fucking bathroom. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit that y'all just do that y'all not supposed to because they told y'all do that. Why would you leave your toothbrush in the bathroom?
Oh, we flush it down
You don't know if your kid went in there and dipped it in the toilet and put it back up there.
the drain. Well, you may already be grossed out just thinking.
That's where people wash their hands and use the bathroom at. Why would you leave your toothbrush on a bathroom sink?
About it, this question leads way to a significant subset of civil engineering and a massive amount of public funding. Just like all dogs go to heaven, all drains in a city lead to a wastewater treatment plant where that wastewater gets turned back into water that we can drink. Now, you may be thinking that you'd
See that we can drink. I don't drink that. I don't see. This is why if y'all want to be able to see ghosts and be spiritual and shit, y'all can't drink that shit for like at least 5 years.
rather just let bygones be bygones and not think about this nasty part of real life. But here's the thing. Chances are you've drunk water that was waste at some point, so you might want to take some time to understand this engineering process that makes dirty water clean. Here's where it starts.
Did y'all see all the green? And then he said, "Here's where it starts, the toilet." Did y'all see all the green shit? I know y'all fucking saw that shit. Like I'm gonna have to start hitting these videos sideways for y'all, so y'all could really see the nasty
Chances
shit.
are you've drunk water that was waste at some point, so you might want
See-
to let bygones be bygones and not think about this nasty part of real life.
This video
But here's
telling the
thing.
truth.
Chances are you've drunk water that was waste.
That's what y'all drink. Y'all drinking that. You know what I mean? That is clean wastewater. You know what I mean? Like I said, my daughter don't get nothing out no sink and hasn't got nothing out no sink. She won't.
At some point, so you might want to take some time to understand this engineering process that makes dirty water clean. Here's where it
Y'all
starts.
saw the green.
The toilet.
The
Once you're
toilet.
done doing your business and flush that magical handle, your waste ends up at the inlet of one.
That's what I'm saying. You seen how he put his hand on the toilet? I don't even touch toilets. I don't give a fuck if it's in grandma's houses. Cause you know grandma's houses, shit, that toilet, that shit bleached. The handle and all that, the handle get bleached with a whole different cloth and thrown away. Nigga, grandmas make sure that shit clean.
Pretty interesting place, a wastewater treatment plant. Why is this place so interesting? Because it takes arguably one of the most disgusting substances in the world and turns it back into something that is essential to all life. Flushing just your toilet at halftime may not seem like a big deal, but when you couple it with thousands, if not millions, of others doing the same, it can result in some pretty high sewage flow rates. New York City has an array of 14 wastewater treatment plants that handle a combined 1.3 billion gallons of wastewater.
Do y'all hear that? 1.3 billion. I'm not even sure if I could believe that. Cause y'all don't understand with how much water that would be. Y'all don't understand. 14 fucking treatment plants it take for that shit. Like we have to like get in this world. We gotta all get together and stop using water at this fucking point. Do y'all understand? That's how fucking awoke I am. Like I noticed that we don't even need to be using water, B. Like we need to go to the beach and like wash up and then use some Dove at the beach real quick and then come home, rinse off for a few seconds with the soap or something. Because we killing it. We killing it. The earth will never run out of water, but god damn.
Water daily. That's enough wastewater to fill the Dead Sea with pure sewage in just 8 years. And that's just New York City. There are an estimated 14,700.
Wow. See, when they say shit like that, y'all gotta listen to it again. But when they say shit like that, that's just go in one ear and out the fucking other with y'all. Y'all don't understand what he just said.
That's enough wastewater to fill the Dead Sea with pure sewage in just 8.
You see Africa and Saudi Arabia kissing? They're family. Do you get it? Saudi Arabia and Africa, all this shit right here, everybody up there in that brown part, that is it, they all Arabian. They all Arabian and Persian. All Africa. Africa is a mixed diversity continent. It's not, Africa is not a place where black people go. So all y'all black people, y'all stupid for thinking that's your home. That is not your home. This whole earth is your fucking house. That's your home.
Years, and that's just New York City. There are an estimated 14,748 treatment plants in the U.S. alone. That's 76%.
Wow, the U.S. is, the U.S., y'all fucking up this world. Y'all might be pulling a lot of money in, but y'all fucking it up. Look, 76% what?
Of the USA's population relies on, according to the American Society of Civil Engineers. Understanding wastewater is crucial to understanding the critical infrastructure needed to support modern life. That brings us to the first step of the process that handles larger items in sewage, things like flushable wipes, 2x4s, toys, or even guns. You name it, and it's probably been caught in a bar screen.
Did you hear that? They find guns in there.
Bar screens are exactly what you would think. They are large vertical bars that stand at the inlet of nearly every wastewater treatment plant, designed to stop larger items from getting to the plant and hurting machinery like pumps. This first process where bar screens are used is commonly referred to as pre-treatment. The sole intention of pre-treatment is to remove the outliers in the sewage and make the whole mixture a little more homogeneous, or slightly less chunky. Bar screens are typically mechanically raked.
Slightly less chunky. Ew.
At certain intervals, depending upon the flow rates of the water treatment plant, although some older plants will still have more manual removal processes. Whatever is removed from the bar screens is then sent off to your average land.
Manual processes, so that means, I didn't even get to fully hear what he said, but I feel like that he's basically saying some sewer plants, they gotta take out certain parts and things out of the sewage by hand. Let's see it again.
Plant, although some older plants will still have more manual removal processes. Whatever
That's exactly what he said.
is removed from the bar screens is then sent off to your average landfill. Or
That's what I'm saying. Learn to hear with your third eye. I ain't even hear what the fuck he said, but I understood it. Some of y'all hear it and don't even understand what the fuck is being said. The message. Y'all totally missed the message. Same thing with like the Billie Eilish trash video. Y'all still comment on it. All her fans is attacking me, but nobody doing nothing about that shit. You get what I'm saying? But it is like her fans could come on my page and keep cursing me out about how they like her, but nobody's saying nothing. Well, a lot of people is saying that I'm right, but still, y'all fans be attacking other people.
solid waste handling.
Y'all, that's we trying to make YouTube more fun to be on than why is y'all comment under my video cursing me out.
facility.
I don't get it.
Or, in the case of unusual items such as
About
guns,
somebody else who trash.
they're sent off to the evidence locker in a police station to be investigated. Next up is the grit chamber. Grit
You heard what they said? They found all those guns in the sewer. Like, wow.
chambers are the next steps in the pretreatment process following bar screens. Since these bars don't catch everything, larger particles called grit still need to be removed from the sewage as it is made even more homogeneous. As the sewage flows into the grit chamber, the velocity of the rather viscous sewage is
Do you see that? They're just mixing it up. That don't look like you're cleaning it. That shit look like it's fucking mixing up so fast that it's being a fucking smoothie. Y'all making a milkshake. That's what the fuck y'all making.
adjusted to allow for particles of sand and rock to settle out. This is needed because these particles can't be
Settle out. They settling in when you shaking the shit up like that, nigga.
removed using chemicals, and they could potentially clog or destroy pumps later on in the process. There are 3 types of these chambers: horizontal grit chambers, aerated
If they destroying the pumps, what the fuck is y'all think this shit doing to y'all? It killed y'all already. It just by drinking it, it's taking lifespan from you.
grit chambers, and vortex grit chambers, which all accomplish the same task using slightly different methods. Following the grit chambers, the sewage will move on to the primary treatment process, which starts with a large basin called a primary clarifier. Primary clarifiers and clarifiers in general function on the principle of settling velocity.
They think they hit y'all with big words. They think that, I gave them a big word. They ain't gonna go look it up. They ain't do shit to it. Do you understand?
This term can be defined simply as the speed at which a particle settles. For wastewater being pumped into clarifiers, it's important that the flow rate of the water being pumped in doesn't exceed the settling velocity of the particles trying to be removed. In order to accomplish this, engineers will vary the size and number of primary clarifiers in accordance with the plant's permitted sewage flow rate. This ensures that at varying flow
Every time they show y'all the clear water flowing out, you see fucking mold around the whole shit. Y'all want to see it again?
this, engineers will vary the size and number of primary clarifiers in accordance with the plant's permitted sewage flow
Mold. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see it? Fucking black mold, that's killing you. That shit will stop you from breathing.
rate. This ensures that at varying flow levels, solids can settle out of primary clarifiers to the correct quantities. At this step in the process, the slightly treated wastewater, which is referred to as effluent, is free of solids larger than 10 micrometers and should be all organic matter,
10 micrometers. How about we make it to 0 micrometers?
which will be treated further. The top layer of the clarified water flows over a weir wall and into the next basin in the process.
Werewolf. That sound like werewolf. That sound like something scary.
Called the aeration basin. Now begins the process of secondary treatment, the sole focus of which is to significantly degrade the biological content of the sewage.
Wow, all this talking you did and y'all only on a secondary treatment. They didn't do shit to the water, y'all. They ain't tell you nothing.
In many cases, this process starts with aeration basins. Effluent flows into the aeration basins, at the bottom of which are hundreds, if not thousands, of tiny air blowers that create bubbles through the water. The water is pumped into this tank along with something called return-activated sludge. You can think
All right, see, it sound like they clean the shit and then dirty it again on purpose. Return activated sludge. Come on.
of return-activated sludge as a bunch of happy little bacteria that get to eat their favorite foods all day long. This introduction of
Do you hear that? The bacteria in the water get to eat their favorite food.
called return-activated sludge. You can think of return-activated sludge as a bunch of happy little bacteria that get to eat their favorite foods all day long. This
He tried to make that sound delicious. Happy little bacterias that get to eat their food all day long. That shit. The person that's talking in this video, he drinks sink water. See, this is what I'm saying. He's fucking stupid.
introduction of significant amounts of bacteria along with the massive amounts of oxygen injected from the bubblers creates an environment perfect for the process of aerobic digestion. Summarized simply, it's the breakdown of organic matter along with the use of excess
All right, why is we breaking down organic matter? What about all the fucking matter that's not organic first? And then you're using excess oxygen? Why?
excess oxygen. Some older plants will add in another step before aeration basins referred to as biofilters or trickling filters. Found in many older plants, these filters essentially trickle the effluent over a medium like stone or plastic and allow for a film of bacteria to chow down on any organic matter in the water.
Every time he talking about something chowing down or eating something else, or like he's talking about there. I hope y'all know there's shit that's living, like literally, that they could like put a microscope on it and see it eating each other in there. That's why he's saying that. This is fucking disgusting. It's nasty.
This step is largely not used in newer plants due to more efficient and effective modern processes. But for plants with basins already installed, many still use them because they only benefit the treatment process in most cases. Following aeration basins, the effluent along with much of the sludge is pumped into a secondary filter or clarifier, where some of the sludge
Now listen, they play around with the sludge. They collect the sludge for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then they fucking give it to y'all. See, listen to what he's saying. They collected the sludge.
cases. Following aeration basins, the effluent along with much of the sludge is pumped into a secondary filter or clarifier, where some of the sludge is removed and pumped back into the aeration basins as the return activated sludge. Further
Why? See, they take the shit out and use it again in the next whole volume of water. That shit don't be making sense. Y'all don't listen. We gotta hear that one more time. Just that part. Listen.
secondary filter or clarifier, where some of the sludge is removed and pumped back into the aeration basins as the return activated sludge. Further settling of larger particles is also accomplished in these basins, as it is the final step of the process that will remove solids and larger biological matter.
And that's the final step. After you put all that nasty piss and shit and all that back in there, that's the final step. That's crazy. They just put they put the sludge in a whole nother building to keep some. That's all right. So let's keep this part of the pile of shit and put it back in the water to clean it again.
Water flows out of secondary clarifiers over a nearly identical weir wall to the primary clarifiers and moves on to the disinfection process. At this point, 85% of all organic matter is removed from the water, and
So it just got all this talking, damn near half the video going, and he just got to the second. Do you get it? He ain't do nothing to it.
effluent should be safe to drink in most cases, although you probably wouldn't want to. Disinfection is
You heard what he said? Listen.
85% of all organic.
Look what I said. They showing y'all, they being truthful. Look at the mold, y'all. Look at the mold. Y'all see the mold? Do y'all see the mold? All up, that's what the water is sitting in, mold. Now look.
85% of all organic matter is removed from the water, and the effluent should be safe to drink in most cases, although you probably wouldn't want to. Disinfection
Probably
is the
won't
final
want to.
step of the process and is usually accomplished in one of three
final
ways,
step.
either through chlorine, ozone, or ultraviolet disinfection. Each process is
Now
the
listen.
final step of the process and is usually accomplished in one of three ways, either through chlorine, ozone, or ultraviolet disinfection. Each
Either through. So why y'all don't just do that to them all? Why y'all don't just do all of those processes to it? Why y'all choose one?
Each process has its benefits and drawbacks, with each being used commonly throughout the wastewater treatment process across the world. Chlorine disinfects the water through chemical disinfection. Chlorine, which you can think of as concentrated bleach, is added to the effluent here to kill off any remaining bacteria and organisms still.
So chlorine, y'all see that? Y'all not even supposed to be in fucking swimming pools. If you get in it, couple minutes and get the fuck out, because chlorine is basically Clorox.
Living in the water. When chlorine is added to kill off the bacteria, it
Why you think the names sound the same? Chlorine, Clorox. Start listening.
has to be removed before it can be discharged, as to not kill off anything in the discharge location. After this, the water is safe enough to discharge into a stream or lake. Ozone
Really? It's really that clean? I don't even think that shit is clean enough to go back into the fucking world. It's not clean.
disinfection is another method of disinfection that involves pumping an electrical current through the water that causes oxygen molecules, O2, to disassociate and combine with a free oxygen.
O2. Really? This is why I said call everything the same shit.
molecule, forming O3, known as ozone. Ozone is an
You see how they try to make you have to go to school? Now he got ozone 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see?
incredibly strong oxidant and causes microbes' cell walls to leak, rapid cell decomposition, and overall damage to
See,
cells,
he
forming
think, look, he think because he just said a lot of shit that I ain't hear that. Look at all this shit he just said and I understood everything without even finishing listening to the shit. Look how dumb he sounds.
O3, known as ozone. Ozone is an incredibly strong oxidant and causes microbes' cell walls to leak, rapid cell decomposition, and overall damage to cells. In other words, it kills off bacteria.
All right, so if you're going to say, in other words, it kills off bacteria, why the fuck you just didn't say that first? You think because you said more shit that you're smart? Fucking dummy out of
The
here.
last common method uses ultraviolet light to scramble bacteria's DNA so that they cannot multiply.
So they cannot multiply. That's how I know you dumb. Because you wouldn't even did this fucking video. You'd be like, nigga, I don't drink sink water. I ain't doing that video. Because that shit sound dumb, all of it.
In UV disinfection, the bacteria in the water aren't killed, rather they're sterilized, rendering them harmless. If you were to ingest water with living microbes immediately following UV treatment, any harmful bacteria
See, he said, listen to what he said. If you was to do it, you heard? That's how he just admitted to it having living microbes in it. Yeah, they got, the thing about them, see, even Fiji water has living microbes in it. Everything in this world got living microbes in it. Everything.
the bacteria in the water aren't killed, rather they're sterilized, rendering them harmless.
You see what I'm saying? The bacteria in the water is not killed. It's not killed. It's treated. Do you get that? Now just listen, because I
to
ain't...
scramble bacteria's DNA so that they cannot multiply. In UV disinfection, the bacteria in the water aren't killed, rather they're sterilized, rendering them harmless. If you were to ingest water with
All right, they're not killed, they're sterilized. So y'all understand that, all right?
living microbes immediately following UV treatment, any harmful bacteria would be unable to multiply or render your body damage. Engineers choose between these methods based on a variety of factors such as flow rates, cost, and location of discharge, which brings us to the final step, effluent release. Effluent release exists in one of two forms. In most cases, the now treated water is released back into a stream or lake or other water source. In rare cases, usually in areas where water is scarce, the effluent discharge from a wastewater treatment plant can be discharged into another treatment plant directly where it will be treated further for consumption. This is
Everything that the water go through got mold and rust all over it. That shit is going back into your soul. Your breath is your soul. When you breathe, where you think your air coming from? Your soul is a fire that's lit inside of you. You know how when you got the stove on, you could feel the wind coming from the fire? That's what's inside of you, a fire. It's just burning. It's burning within in a different dimension, but it's causing you to be able to have breath. Breath is your soul.
referred to as full cycle water reuse.
Why you think when somebody died, they stopped breathing? Because their soul left. So that flame is gone. Do you get it?
Chemical perspective, the final drinking water is the same as normal treated water that flows through your pipes now, but due to the connotation of your drinking water being sewage just days before, this treatment process is normally shied away from or not heavily publicized.
See, it's usually shied away from. Why shy away from anything? We got humans on this earth. We're trying to keep them here.
The entire process of wastewater treatment takes on average 24 to 36 hours from
24 to 36 hours. That's how long it takes them to fucking clean it. That's not even... That's unbelievable. I think I missed that the first time watching this shit. You see how I'm learning? You see?
when a drop of water enters to when it leaves. Each wastewater plant will receive a
Say that again.
entire process of wastewater treatment takes on average 24 to 36 hours from when a drop of water enters to when it leaves. Each wastewater plant will receive a permit for flow rates, chemical levels, and effluent quality, among other things, from the EPA that outlines the necessary
Yeah, the EPA, that's not a real company, okay? They just go there and look, oh, it's cleaning up, all right, whatever. Just give it to them.
treatment for a plant. Wastewater
You think they give a fuck about us? They don't give a fuck about none of us. They want y'all to die off this shit.
Water plant operators will make adjustments to a plant's operation and constantly measure levels to ensure proper discharge and proper treatment. Without these operators and the dirty job that they do around the clock, our sewage would always stay sewage.
You heard it, it's a dirty job around the clock.
And sanitation in modern cities would be much, much worse. Wastewater treatment is an essential dirty job, and you can thank the 14,748 treatment plants in the US alone for not having to worry about what happens when you flush.
And they show you a fucking toilet in the beginning and after the shit. You see how fucking nasty that was? That shit was nasty, y'all. I don't know, that shit, sink water, that was the truth about sink water for you. Right there. They just showed you everything. I ain't even want to gross y'all out too much because y'all might want to hurt yourselves. After I tell you what happened, as far as how it goes down in New York City. See, I ain't watched the New York City one because that shit was fucking nasty.